Hey everybody, welcome! My name is Kurt, aka the Vitruvian Gamer, and today I'm going to do a playthrough of Viva Java, the coffee game, the dice game, the longest title of all, but for sure a fresh and fast blend from TC Petty III. And as you can see, it's about coffee, it uses dice, and it is by Dice Hate Me Game. Dice Hate Me Games. Sorry, I lost the S somewhere. Okay, so welcome and let's get this party started. So this is Viva Java, the coffee game, the dice game. I'm going to call this Viva Java for the rest of this playthrough because otherwise this video will be way too long. I'm going to do a solo playthrough of this game today because yes, this game can be played solo. You can play it for solo or up to 4 players, and this is of course a dice rolling game, and therefore we are going to use these nice looking dice. And what is the goal of this game? Well, here we have a player board which does not come in the game. In the game we have these score papers here for your research and for your scoring, and as you can see it goes up to 21 points, and that's the amount you have to get or to reach as a first player to score or to win the game. So you need 21 points, and let that be my lucky number. So let's hope I can manage to defeat this evil coffee corporation Omniblend Transglobal with their slogan cheap labor, cheap coffee. Well, you don't want to work there, and you don't want to drink their coffee, that's for sure. No, you sure want to have this coffee because I am making Samba Mama, which is just the best coffee ever. Okay, so I've set up this game with some special rules. So in the solo game we use this virtual player. You have a choice between 2 of them, and I've chosen Omniblend Transglobal. He has his own score paper or scoreboard, and we have this special coaster, this special board for a solo game, as you can see in the middle here. Now, this game does not say to put the cards around like this, so we have 5 different colors here. Those are the colors on the dice as well. And each color or each circle you can see here is something you can research. And to make it easier, I like to put the cards next to the color, and the cards have the explanation of what that kind of research can give you as a special ability. So we have flavor dice over there. Those are dice we can get and add to our dice pool. And we have these 2 coasters, and that's the types of coffee we can try to make in the future. So we have the rainbow coffee blend and a feature blend. Okay, so before I explain what this does, I'll explain how the game works, and it's very easy because I have this handy dandy third order reference coaster. And first of all we would score, but that's something that does not happen at the beginning of the game because we need to make coffee first. Then we are going to roll the dice, and as you can see we roll 5 coffee dice and all of our flavor dice. These are the coffee dice, these nice white dice with colorful beans on it. And as you can see, it goes from 1 pip all the way to 5 pips, the greens. And then we have this black one. This black one counts as a 6 with a circle around it, but it's a color we cannot use to research. We get to that later. Okay, so we roll these dice. So we would roll the dice, and then we can see if we can make coffee. And how do we make coffee? Well, we have to score some small poker hands, not completely poker, because we don't count full house or something like that, or two pairs. No, as you can see here on this handy dandy player board, which I downloaded from Board Game Geek. I forgot his name of the guy who uploaded this. I think it was Jonathan something something. I will put his name and the link to this file in the show notes below. As you can see, if at any point you roll two of the same beans, you can make a decaf. If you roll three of a kind, you can make a regular coffee. Four of a kind will be a bold coffee, and if you roll five of a kind, then you can make an extra bold coffee. That is the boldness of this coffee, but you also have the quality, and of course that's just the pips you use. So if you use white dice with one pip, you have the lowest quality of coffee, and if you go all the way up using black ones to make one of these combinations, you get the best quality there is. Okay, so after you roll the dice, you can choose to make coffee. And how do you do that? Well, you can make two kinds of coffee, as I already mentioned. You can make a feature blend, and in that case you try to make the best quality and boldness of coffee by having at least two of the same kinds of beans. So in this case I could make a coffee with two black beans, and with all the rest I throw with the dice. Okay, so this means I have a coffee or a decaf with the best quality. Whenever I make a coffee or a blend, as they call it, I score 1 point, which I can add here on my score sheet. But there is also another coffee I can make, and that's the rainbow blend. Whenever I roll, and look, I did it in one time. Whenever I roll 5 different kind of beans, I can make a rainbow blend. In that case, I score 1 point, and I put this rainbow blend in front of me to show that I've made it. Of course, I do the same if I have a feature blend, but I keep the dice on this card. Okay, so whenever you get a blend, you score 1 point, and you take the coaster you just made right in front of you to show that you have made the best coffee there is at this moment. Okay, but you can choose not to make coffee. And what you do then is you choose one of the colors you have rolled. So for example, I've rolled this. I could choose white, for example, and I can research white for 2 points. What thing I do in that case is I take my pen, and I hope it works with one hand. I take a pen or a marker, and I just put down here two crosses or whatever to indicate that I have done 2 researches on white. Okay, so that's the other thing you can do. Just choose one of the colors you drew in your result and indicate as many beans on your research track of that color. Why would you do some research? Well, because research gives you powers. As soon as you manage to strike or to cross one of these big beans here on the 1 time column, you activate that reroll, or you gain that ability to do whatever that color does, and therefore we have to go here again. So in this case I took 2 whites, I crossed the big bean, so from now on I can reroll, and as you can see I can reroll any or all dice 1 time. It also says 2 times. Why? Well, because later in the game, if I manage to cross this second big bean in the white row, well, then I can reroll twice. If I ever completely cross out this complete row, then I will score the points on this circle, on the white circle in this case. So you can see I would score 3 points immediately, but I would have to put a line across all this row because I will not be able to use that ability anymore in the game. Okay, so that's research. Okay, and the last thing you can do is activate. What is that? Well, activate means sometimes there are abilities you can get. For example, the Hack Their Brew ability. And activate. So in this activate phase, I can use that power if I have that power available to me. After that's done, we go to the next player normally. In this case, we go to the Omniblend Transglobal, and he gets a turn as well. I will explain it as we get to him, and there are a few more things maybe to explain, but I will tell those as we go through this game. So, without further ado, let's just play this game. Let's take the 5 dice and let's see if we can win this game. So, this guy will also try to score 21 points, and he has this meter here going from 0 to 4. That's a reroll meter. I will explain what that does quite soon, I would guess. Okay, so let's go. 5 dice. First turn. Okay, so as you know, I don't have any rerolls yet. I don't have any abilities yet because it's all empty. That's a cool thing about this. I laminated these cards, and with these markers I took out of Quick's game, the deluxe Quick's game, I can just write on it and erase it later, and that saves me a lot of these papers. So that's nice. Alright, so let's see what we can do. So first of all, I have rolled. I will explain the scoring phase later, as soon as I can manage to score. So what can I do? I could make a blend, a regular or a decaf blend with 2 of the same color and score me 1 point and hope to have still the best coffee when it gets to my turn. Or I can research yellow, green or brown. Yellow and brown I could research for 2 points, and green I could research for just 1 point. So let's see what powers are available here to me. So yellow would mean flip a bean. So when I rolled, I could flip a die and I could turn it around to the opposite face, which is quite nice. The brown one is this field testing. So when I create a blend, I would gain a research point of my choice. So if I create a rainbow blend or a feature blend, I would be able to cross one of these beans on my player board. And green, what's green? It's the extra flavor, the flavor shot. Whenever you gain any amount of flavor dice, gain extra flavor dice. So as soon as I get one of those or more, I get one more. And I will be right back because my phone is ringing. See you very soon. Okay, I'm back, sorry about that. So, where were we? I had this result here, and I was thinking about making a blend or doing some research. And honestly, I like both yellow and brown skills here. And I would love to have both of them, but I can only choose one. And I'm not sure what I will do. And I think I'm going to, for the long-term plan, I'm going to research field testing the brown for 2. So, and this is hard for me because I'm right-handed, but I need my right hand for my camera. So I cross 2 beans. That means I have now this first large bean crossed out of the brown of this field testing skill. So from now on, whenever I make a blend, I get 1 research point I can use. So that's quite nice. So that was my turn. I cannot activate because I don't have anything to activate. So it's Omniglobe or Omniblend Transglobal's turn. What does the virtual player do? Well, he gets 5 dice as well. He throws the dice. And, well, he only makes blends when he has at least a regular blend, so at least 3 of a kind, and he would try to reroll dice, and he could reroll them as much as he has here on this marker here. So it means at this moment he has 0 rerolls, he has no 3 of a kind blends, so he has no regular blends, so he cannot make one, and he has no rainbow blends, so he will not be making any blends in this turn. But whenever he fails to do so, this marker, this reroll marker, goes up 1 spot. That means next time he will get 1 reroll. So that's it, back to me. If I would have any blend, I would score now, but I don't. So I get back to rolling my 5 dice. Let's do this. Okay. Interesting, as you can see, I rolled 5 different dice. What does that mean? Well, easy. I can make a rainbow blend, because for a rainbow blend I need 5 different colors of dice in my result. So I will do that. In this case, I don't have to put the dice on the card. I just put this coaster in front of me and I score 1 point because I've made a blend, and I have this brown skill, this field testing skill. When I create a blend, I gain a research point of my choice. So I can do this, and I think I will keep going for this cool skill. And maybe later I can do that twice whenever I make a blend. So 1 point in the pockets, and well, let's try to keep that blend. It is OmniBlend's turn, going for the die roll, and as you can see, he rolled 5 different colors as well, meaning, yes, he also makes a blend, a rainbow blend. So what happens is this coaster goes to him now. He scores 1 point. And that's it. That's his turn. But no, whenever he makes a blend, he lowers that token on the track. So he loses the reroll for next time. But he has a point, and he has taken away my rainbow blend. So back to me. I roll my 5 dice again. Oh, time to make some blending chisel. Alright, I rolled 4 red beans, worth 4 as you can see. So I can make a bold coffee of a decent quality. So I am going to make this feature blend this time. I'm using my 4 red dice, and I put the brown one here as well. I score 1 point because I made a blend. I get to raise one of my abilities, and I'm going to keep trying to get that second brown big bean. And well, that's my turn. I use all my dice. I cannot activate anything. I have up to 2 points. Back to OmniBlend. Well, OmniBlend, this is the first time we are going to score. OmniBlend managed to have this rainbow blend for a complete turn. And we count this as a 2-player game. That means whenever it gets around to the player who has made that blend in a 2 or a 3-player game, he gets 1 point. And that means he goes up 1 point as well. Okay, now he's taking his 5 dice and he's going to roll. He gets, as you can see, he has 5 different colors, so he has a rainbow blend again, but he is not going to be able to do a second rainbow blend because that's just not possible. That means he did not make another blend. He raises that meter there, and it's back to me. Okay, now I score, of course. I score any blends I control. I have this great feature blend, and as you can see in a 2-player game, that means if it gets back to me, I still have this, I scored 2 points, bringing me to 4. And now comes the next part that we did not have yet. It says degrade your feature blend by 1 bean of your choice. That means I have this blend of 5 dice now. So I can choose 2 options. I can take one of these dice off of this blend and keep this blend for, well, to try to get another round with this blend. Or I can choose to take off 1 die and break apart my feature blend. It means I just take these 4 remaining dice and I can roll them again. And well, I cannot make a coffee with them because you need 5 dice at least, of course, but I can choose to roll them and do some research. I would do that when I think I will not be able to maintain control of this blend. Well, for example, if it went down to 2 dice, I might choose to take these 2 dice, roll them and do some research with it. But for now, I'm going to just get rid of 1 die and I'm going to keep this nice blend, which is still a bold blend. People still like it. And that means my turn ends and it is again OmniBlend Transglobal's turn. But before I do that, I think I'm going to stop here. If you want to see more, I advise you to check out the next video, because otherwise this one will get too long. I hope you're interested now. I love this game, it's very fun, it has a great flow to it, but also some great depth, but I will talk about that a little bit more later. So just click on the next video if you want to see more, or otherwise, well, thanks for watching. Anyway, I hope you liked it, and I see you all in the future. Bye bye.